actually a beautiful climate day. It's like 73, nice breeze, not overheating for once, and it's not raining sporadically like it has been in New York. So pretty excited though. This is the lightest, I think, shoe, even lighter than the flip-flop somehow, that I've ever worn. So I'm pretty excited for you guys to see this review. Obsessed with this color. And I gotta go get to the indoor and editing part. Welcome back to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Fear of God, the California slip-on in two different colorways. So we've got both the cream and the concrete. Let's take a sneak peek. And welcome back to another unboxing and review. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe right now. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Also, hit me down below if you have any comments or questions. Feel free to hit that notification bell as well, because we have a ton of heat coming out that I don't want you to miss out on. Also, be sure to check out that join button. We've got some amazing perks for our members, as well as a merch store with some great shade items in there. So feel free to head on over to that merch store after this video. As mentioned earlier, I have been looking forward to doing this unboxing, and the day has finally come where I get to unbox two different colorways for the Fear of God, the California slip-on. And I'm lucky enough to have two different sizes and two different colorways. So first we're gonna go through the overview of the concrete, then we're gonna talk about the cream. Next, I will talk about sizing. It will just be a little sliver because I'm gonna have a full-on sizing guide on what size will work best for you when you're looking to order the California slip-on, because this is definitely a different silhouette that you're going to want to know a more in-depth sizing guide on. All right, so after that, we're going to talk about how I had so much fun styling these in some monochromatic colors, and then we're going to conclude with how these are currently doing on the resale market. As you know, these sold out very quickly and are actually doing quite well. So stay tuned till the end to hear about how these are doing. All right, so now let's jump into the overview, starting with the concrete colorway. This is just a nice kind of gray color tone that kind of has some brownish hues to it when you have it in the light. When I looked at images, I actually thought that this was going to be a bit darker. So 5 colors were released. We also had the almond, the oat, and the cement colorway. I was only able to grab 2. So here we have the concrete, which was what I thought a much darker shade of gray, but I'm still okay with this. This definitely goes with a lot of different color options. So as you can see, this is such a cool kind of mule look, and it is extremely light. So this actually is some patented technology. It's called extra light, and literally this is probably one of the lightest types of footwear I've ever worn. This is actually lighter than the Yeezy Slide. Also stay tuned because I will have a video comparison on the slides compared to this slip-on. But this is such a crazy technology. I don't know how they found material to be this light, but it's pretty crazy. So we've got basically a closed cell foam that makes up this shoe. And then we've got this really kind of cool side panel opening here. And it's kind of a nice little vent. So if your feet start to heat up, I feel like in this mule, especially in the summertime here in New York, this is a nice little ventilation system that they added in there. So it definitely gives your foot some breathability without making it feel like it's too stuffy inside this shoe. On the inside, we've got the Fear of God. These were made in Italy, and that is shown there. This shoe's name basically comes from the lifestyle and environment of the West Coast. So Jerry brought that name to life by really finding a shoe that works well on the West Coast, but obviously it works well on the East Coast too. I'm definitely gonna be rocking this all around the city. All right, so next I'm gonna just talk about the bottom here because we've got some nice cool gripping. This is really different, but to the touch, it's actually very rough. So definitely some good support here so that you actually don't slip and slide around. All right, so let's take some nice final looks at this here in a second. We also have the Fear of God logo on the back. For those of you wondering, this is actually the main Fear of God line. So you have the Essentials line, and then you have Jerry's Fear of God main line. This comes from the main line, which we'll talk about later on as to why the price point was so high. These were obviously made in Italy, but this again is from the Fear of God main line. So let's take a look at all of those details up close. So next, moving on, let's talk about the cream colorway. So again, we've just got this really cool seamless construction on here. There are no real key differences besides the color scheme on this, and I have a lot of cream colors in the Essentials lines. So I had to snag a pair of these because obviously I feel like this color was based off of those colors that Jerry created in his Essentials line. And I think that this is just a very unique color that really just goes basically with everything and anything. Again, just basic, same similarities in the other shoe. We've got the Fear of God made in Italy. Also the sizing on the inside of the insole portion here on the back of that collar. And then we've got the extra light technology patent name on the bottom there, but this shoe, I cannot describe how light this is. It's insane how light it is. But let's look at some details on this in a moment after I actually just show you real quickly. This is the dust bag that it came with. Fear of God is definitely high quality, and you get one dust bag for each of your slip-ons and a really high quality box. So this is a size 39 and this is a size 40, and you can see that the box really differs dramatically. I'm not sure why this box is so much larger, but you do get a bigger box the larger the size you are, and this is definitely a quality box. We've got the Fear of God logo here on the top. And you could just tell that this is like a really high quality designer box that they've given you. All right, so now let's take some quick last looks at the cream colorway. All right, so moving into sizing, I would say that I fit perfectly with the size 39, which is equivalent to a men's size 7. Again, I do have high arch, narrow feet, so depending on what foot shape and size you are, if you have flat, wider feet, that may also decipher a different sizing for you. But do stay tuned. We will have a more in-depth sizing video that will be out so you can find the perfect size that fits you to a T. All right, so now let's jump into styling. I am absolutely obsessed with these monochromatic colors. I think that it just vibes with the color palettes in my clothing collection thus far. And the fact that I have so many essentials pieces, I had to get these. And so you're gonna definitely see some essentials incorporated into the looks. So let's start out with the concrete color. I was having a little bit of a hard time matching this to a T with the colors that I had in my collection, but I found that the color that really matched this the closest was the stone colorway. So for those of you who are trying to really coordinate the right color scheme with your slides, I would say that the stone works the best with this personally. And so I wore the Essentials t-shirt and Essentials shorts with this, and I feel like the monochromatic colors just blended quite nicely. And I decided to just kind of pair that with some nice kind of chocolatey grayish hued knit socks. But I do think these are also great if you just want to rock these without socks as well. For the second look, I decided to take a dressier feel with it, and I wore a dark charcoal toned dress. I think that these will go great with basically anything with a grayish brown palette. And for the cream colorway, I also wore some Essentials pieces. This time I wore my cream shorts, which I think really paired perfectly with this. I also have a cream hoodie and sweatpants, but those are just way too hot to be wearing in the summertime. So I paired it with a nice button-down linen tee. So for the second look for the cream, I decided to pair it with some more cream, this time in a waffle pattern pant that matched with a sleeveless top. And I feel like that cream literally just matched these to a T. Any types of creams that you can match with this, or ivories, I think work great. I also have some amazing Melody Asani buttercream sweatpants that would go great with these, but of course it is just too hot to be rocking a full-on sweatpant look. But definitely one of my favorite looks that I think I'm gonna be rocking all year round is gonna be that cream matching sweatpant kind of look in the waffle pattern. And for those of you wondering about the accessories that I was wearing, those are all Shinola accessories. My favorite new watch, which I have on right now, oh, it's so beautiful, is the Runwell watch. As you can see here, I will have links to that, but this is my favorite go-to watch, and I feel like it fit with all of the looks I wore today. And then we have the Mackinac sunglasses in that tortoise frame. So definitely be sure to check those links down below if you're interested in any of those high quality Shinola products. So you let me know down below, what is your favorite out of these two colors and what look do you like the most?
Don't got no heart, I got an icebox. Brand new roller, swipe out the G-Shock. Moving slowly, I know the street hype. No more double, go ahead of detox. Yeah, yeah. Came from the trenches, they ain't showing us no love. Thugging in the city, all we wanted was a hug, yeah. We on the block like every night to catch a buzz. Get the cash and tell my family of the hood, that's a must. Was a hood baby with no soldiers. Bad past never left my mind, it's taking over. No, I should've died, that's why it's hard to stay sober. Glad to see the sun, but my heart getting colder. Life's so crazy, what we been through. When you die, the only time that they gon' miss you. Tell my mama no more tears, no more tissue. Ooh, just some hood baby with some issues. Hood baby from the struggle. Long time had a hustle. Glad we made it through. I'm just glad we made it through. Hood baby from the struggle. Long time had a hustle. I'm glad we made it through. I'm just glad we made it through. Ooh, ooh. Pull up in that rain, see me ballin', yeah. 30 piece on my wrist like I'm Harden. Either they love me or I'm a target. Cause the ice on me is flawless. I've been busy and picking up when you callin'. And on purpose, I hate the fact we ain't talking. With anything that you need, dog, I got you, I mean that. All this pressure make it hard not to relapse. Build up aggression, make it hard for me to relax. Still a hood, baby, ain't no way that I'ma lead that. My dogs need hope, step it up, I gotta be that. Cause life's so crazy, oh, ain't been through. I'ma love you way before I gotta miss you. Hold this mama by my side, give her some tissue. We were just a hood, baby, with some issues. Hood, baby, from the struggle. Long time had a hustle. Glad we made it through. I'm just glad we made it through. Hood, baby, from the struggle. Long time
Now let's conclude with how these are doing on the resale market. So the price point on these were pretty high. It was $195, but honestly, for the Fear of God line, for a sneaker, this is actually, or even a shoe in general, is on the lighter side. But of course, these sold out. So they are ranging, depending on size and color, between $280 to $450, which is pretty crazy price point to be paying on these for resale, but these are very unique and they're different. And obviously Jerry just does such a great job with new inventions that he creates. And I think this mule is just something that's so new and so different, and people really took to it. So that's it for this episode. If you were new here today, be sure to hit that subscribe, give this video a like. If you have any comments or questions, be sure to leave those down below. Hit that notification bell. We've got a ton of heat coming out that I don't want you to miss out on. Also, be sure to check that join button. We've got a lot of membership perks as well as an amazing merch store. All right, this is ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill. We'll catch you on the next one.